It's very hard to secure, but he's wisely going to upgrade it to a planetary fortress, so with the Terran ground army, we'll have a really hard time dealing with planetary fortress if they get in range. Again, picking up a marine and just being a turd with this Banshee, really annoying actually. And +1 armor going up for Clide here, and moving out this army to I don't know why he isn't sniping that Banshee. Maybe it's out of scans or something, but yeah, Jinro really know what's going on here, and he's sieged up all his tanks, so Clide isn't going in there, but I think he will run up to this cliff and just drop all his units in this base. We'll see. Meanwhile, Jinro is preparing for that, and he's pulling all his units back. And yes, he is going to drop on the up in Jinro's base. And the medivacs still have 4 units in them, so let's see if that plays a huge role here or not. Sieging up and pushing the units back, and he really has to get closer with his tanks, or Clyde's units can just round around and snipe Jinro's SCVs. Oh no, he's pulling up all his SCVs. He should really run away with those. But scared away Clide, and Jinro got Clide out of his base, so well played there. Now we can see +1 armor is finishing for Clide. Jinro hasn't got any of his upgrades yet. He's just now rebuilding 5 supply depots. So wow, that's never a good thing to do. Meanwhile, Clide is really good at these 2 front pushes. He's yeah, he managed to break down this planetary fortress, and that is never an easy thing to do, especially with those SCVs repairing it. And he's taking out all his units down here, and meanwhile a drop in Jinro's base. No, he won't drop because of all those siege tanks, but it was about to go down, so Jinro was really was almost out of it there. Let's get a Banshee over here to scout if Clide is expanding, and even a Banshee here, and yeah, Clide isn't running out of minerals soon, but is starting to run out of minerals, and wow, that is a lot of SCVs. He really should put on a 3rd very soon. He forgot to cloak this Banshee, and is the Marines going to snipe it? I don't know. There's mostly Marauder, so I think the Banshee will escape, yes. And the Banshee actually forced Stim to go down on all of Clide's units, so that is going to drain those medivacs out of energy for a little while, so not a huge deal, but it's something. Meanwhile, just slowly pushing out with all of his tanks, and Jinro wants to secure his 3rd again, because he's almost out of mineral in his natural, and his main, wow, it's not very much minerals here, like 500 minerals total or something, and just a huge number of SCVs. So now Clide is going for the back door, and Jinro is out of position with many of his tanks here, but I think with these tanks, they are very well. They are perfectly placed, so I think he can hold this for a while. And Clide's just backing out of there, making Jinro unsure where to put his units, if he is going to put him here or here. And that is really good for catching Jinro off guard, but Jinro is putting down some really nice scans, so he knows exactly where his opponent is. Banshee getting off a few shots, and there goes the stim pack for Jinro. I'm surprised he didn't research that earlier, and Planetary Fortress is almost done with all those siege tanks. I don't think Wow, that is so bad for Clide, just flying into all those Marines and Marauders and Siege tanks. And as well as the Planetary Fortress and Cloak Banshees, and wow, he just lost a lot of units. Let's take a look at the units lost tab. So actually Jinro has lost more than Clide, but Clide lost a lot of units in that battle. You see he's got just too many, he's got a lot of medivacs, but not much of a ground army really. And he's now securing his third expansion and actually going to upgrade it to an orbital command. Maybe he's feeling confident with his ground army, or he's just in need of money. I don't know. Yeah. So let's take a look at the units tab, and wow, this is such a close battle. I can't really tell who's going to win. These Vikings are doing a good job at sniping those medivacs, but both players actually backed out at the same time there. So maybe Clide is going for the back door again. Yes, he is. And Clide has a huge SCV lead with 12 SCVs more, and he's got 16 Marauders and 12 Marines against Jinro's 10 siege tanks and 21 Marines. So this is really close. Very, very close. It just comes, I think it will come down to unit placement and upgrades. And you can see Clide has 1-1 on his infantry, but Jinro hasn't got any of his upgrades, so that can definitely play a crucial role in this game. Jinro is wisely flying away his orbital command from this expansion, which is almost mined out anyways. But really has to get his units back here to defend. He's putting up 2 bunkers, and yeah, so Clide is doing a good job here, just coming in, taking out the expansion, and then moving out safely. This Banshee is going to go unchecked here, I think, because there's only 3 or 2 Marines in there, so there's not much Clide can do about it at this point. Just lift them up in those medivacs and fly away. But Viking sniping 1 medivac full of Marauders. Wow, that is good for Jinro. Oops. What is Clide doing? He's just letting his medivac get sniped here, and he's losing. He lost all that entire army, and meanwhile he's dropping down here onto those siege tank, making them I'd say making them worthless. And going to see a all in here from Clide with his he's got a number of SCVs in here. Meanwhile Jinro is mining out this expansion so fast with all those SCVs, and if we take a look at the units tab, we can see that Jinro mainly has Marines and tanks, while Clide is focusing on the medivacs and the Marauders. So I actually don't know who's going to win. Some Marines up here trying to lock down this expansion, but these SCVs are doing a great job picking off those Marines. And here comes the Banshee to help, and cloak. No, careless there of Jinro not cloaking that Banshee. You can see this is basically Clide's entire army, and so I think with Jinro could definitely end this game right now if he feels like doing that. Let's see. Clide scanning up here, seeing exactly what's going on. You can see those units are coming, and scans just going down anywhere. And this is going to be the last battle, I think. Those siege tank are just going to not siege and just blast away all those Marines. And there is Clide calling GG, and that was really good. But I think it came down to Jinro getting up his third much earlier than Clide got up his third. He was barely just starting to saturate his third there, so real good game from Jinro's side, and I'll see you guys in next time.